Have you ever felt this? Someone speaks English to you. You know the words. You studied them before. But suddenly, your mind goes blank. Your heart beats faster. Your brain freezes. In this module, you will understand why this happens. And more importantly, how to stop it. This is a turning point for your English. Imagine this situation. You're at work, or maybe in a cafe. Someone asks you a simple question in English. You smile, but inside you panic. You think too much. What if I say it wrong? What if they judge me? Because of that fear, your brain shuts down. This is not an English problem. This is a brain safety problem. Listen carefully. Your brain has one main job: to protect you. When your brain feels danger, it activates fear, even if the danger is not real. For many learners, English feels like danger. Past mistakes, bad teachers, embarrassment. Your brain remembers those emotions. So when you hear English, your brain says, "Be careful," and it blocks thinking. This is normal. You are not broken. Your brain is just trying to protect you. Let's make this clear. You don't freeze because you don't know English. You are not smart. You didn't study enough. You freeze because you want to be perfect. You fear mistakes. You feel judged. When pressure goes up, comprehension goes down. This happens to everyone. Even native speakers feel this in stressful situations. So relax. You're human. Let's make this practical. You can train your brain when you walk outside. You clean your room. You wait in line. You relax at night. You don't need full attention. Just let English play in the background. Your brain is listening, even when you think it's not. This is called passive learning. And it works. Little by little, your brain starts to recognize sounds, then words, then meaning. This is how children learn language. And yes, adults can do it too. Here's a simple exercise. No speaking, no writing, just thinking. When you hear English, ask yourself, what is the main idea? Not every word, just the idea. Your brain loves simple goals. This removes pressure. Pressure blocks learning. Relaxation opens the brain. Now pause for a moment. Think about these questions. How do you feel when you hear English? Do you try to translate every sentence? Do you feel tired or relaxed while listening? Be honest. There is no right or wrong. Your answers help you understand your learning style. If you want real progress in 2026, make English a daily sound in your life. Not a subject. Not a problem. Just a sound. Like music. Like a podcast. Like a friend talking to you. Stay with this channel. We are training your brain, not testing it. In the next module, we'll talk about something very powerful. Why your mind suddenly goes blank when someone speaks English to you, and how to stop that from happening. Once you understand this, your listening confidence will grow fast. Take a deep breath. You're doing better than you think. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this. It's 2026. Someone speaks English to you, and you don't feel stress. You don't feel fear. You don't translate word by word. You understand naturally. You answer calmly. In this podcast, you will learn how to train your brain for English. Not with pressure. Not with boring lessons. But with real listening. Real thinking. Real progress. Stay with me. This is where your English journey changes. Picture this. It's early morning. You're drinking coffee. Your phone is in your hand. You open an English podcast. A friendly voice starts speaking. You don't understand every word, but you understand the message. You feel relaxed. This is how English enters your brain. Not like a test, not like homework, but like a normal part of your life. This is how people really learn language. Let me tell you something important. You are not slow. You are not weak. You are not bad at English. Your brain just needs the right training. For many years you were taught to translate everything, fear mistakes, chase perfection. But your brain learns language through listening again and again, feeling safe, understanding meaning, not rules. In 2026, English is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable. Comfort creates confidence, and confidence creates fluency. Take a deep breath. Look at how far you've come in this video. You learned that English is not about talent. It's about training your brain. You learned that calm creates confidence. You learned that daily listening changes everything. In 2026, your English journey is not about perfection. It's about presence. Showing up. Listening. Allowing your brain to adapt. You don't need to force fluency. You don't need to fight fear. You don't need to be ready. You just need to continue. Let English be part of your life. Let it play in the background. Let it grow quietly inside you. One day you'll realize something powerful. You're not learning English anymore. You're living it. If this podcast helped you feel calmer, more confident, or more hopeful, stay connected with this channel. Make English your daily habit here. Your future self is listening. Thank you for training your brain with me. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Speaking with real people is the biggest fear for many learners. Not because of English but because of judgment. The fear of sounding wrong. The fear of being embarrassed. This module will help you remove that fear. When you speak English, your goal is not to impress. Your goal is to connect. Communication is not about perfect sentences. It's about sharing meaning. Most people are kind. Most people are patient. And many people don't even notice your mistakes. Your brain learns courage through experience, not preparation. Each small conversation teaches your brain that English is safe. Every calm interaction builds confidence. In 2026, confident speakers don't avoid conversations. They enter them gently, slowly, honestly, and with every experience, fear becomes smaller. In the next module, we'll talk about patience and why rushing fluency slows you down. Many learners rush. They want fast results, perfect speaking, instant fluency. But language learning doesn't work like that. Fluency grows like a habit, not like a switch. This module will help you slow down and trust the journey. When you rush, your brain feels pressure. Pressure creates tension. Tension blocks learning. When you slow down, your brain relaxes. Relaxation opens memory and understanding. In 2026, successful learners don't compare themselves to others. They compare themselves to yesterday. Small improvements matter. One clearer sentence. One calmer response. One moment of understanding. Be patient with yourself. You are not late. You are right on time for your journey. In the final module, we will bring everything together and reset your mindset for long-term English success. Now it's time to connect English to real life. Many learners listen to English, but they keep it separate from their daily experiences. That's a mistake. Your brain learns faster when language connects to real moments. In this module, you'll learn how to turn normal life into English practice. When you walk outside, notice what you see. When you sit at home, notice what you're doing. Without speaking, gently label things in English in your mind. Simple ideas. Simple words. No pressure. This connects English to reality, not textbooks. Your brain loves relevance. When English connects to your life, it feels useful. Useful things are remembered. This is how English stops being a foreign language and starts becoming part of your thinking. In 2026, smart learners don't wait for study time. They use life as practice. This makes learning natural, not forced. In the next module, you'll learn how to stay calm and confident when speaking English with real people. Every learner faces this moment. You listen every day. You try your best. But you feel stuck. No big change. No sudden fluency. This is where many people quit. But this moment is actually a sign of growth. Your brain doesn't improve in straight lines. It improves quietly, slowly, deeply. Most changes happen below the surface. Like roots growing underground. You can't see them, but they are there. In 2026, successful learners understand this truth. They don't chase motivation. They build habits. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. Even on low-energy days, they keep English in their life. Softly, gently. When progress feels invisible, remember this. Listening is training your brain even when you feel nothing. Silence is not failure. Confusion is not failure. These are signs your brain is adjusting. Trust the process. Stay consistent. You are changing how your brain works. That takes time. And it is worth it. In the next module, you'll learn how to use real-life situations to turn passive listening into active understanding. Translation feels helpful, but it is a trap. At the beginning, translation gives comfort. But over time it becomes a wall. Every time you translate, your brain takes an extra step. That extra step creates delay. Delay creates fear. Fear creates silence. Native speakers don't translate. They react. They feel. They respond. When you translate, you are not using English directly. You are using English through another language. That's why listening feels slow and speaking feels stressful. In 2026, strong English learners don't ask, "What does this mean in my language?" They ask, "What is happening here?" They focus on situation, tone, emotion. Meaning comes from context, not from dictionary words. Breaking the translation habit is gentle work. You don't fight it. You replace it. Instead of translating, you accept partial understanding. You tell yourself, "I don't need full meaning. I need enough meaning." This relaxes your brain. Over time, your brain learns to stay in English longer. Moments become minutes. Minutes become habits. And English starts to live in your mind naturally. In the next module, we'll talk about how to stay motivated when progress feels slow or invisible. Thinking in English is not something you force. It is something you allow. Many learners try too hard. They push their brain. They say, "I must think in English now." That pressure creates resistance. And resistance blocks progress. In this module, you'll learn how thinking in English happens naturally. Your brain already knows how to think without words. When you feel hungry, you don't translate that feeling. When you feel tired, you don't analyze it. Thinking in English works the same way. It starts with simple ideas, not full sentences. Images, feelings, short thoughts. In 2026, successful learners don't translate from their first language. They create small English moments, one-word thoughts, simple phrases, inside their mind. No pressure, no rules, just awareness. Over time, those small English moments connect. And suddenly, thinking in English feels normal. The key is patience. When you listen to English daily, your brain starts preparing English automatically. You don't notice it at first. But one day, an English word appears in your mind without effort. That's progress. That's training working. In the next module, you'll learn why translating slows you down and how to gently break the translation habit. Many learners believe confidence comes after fluency. That belief is backwards. Confidence comes first. Fluency follows. In this module, we fix that misunderstanding. Confidence is not loud speaking. Confidence is calm thinking. It is trusting yourself even when your English is not perfect. Native speakers make mistakes. They pause. They forget words. But they don't panic. That calm attitude is the real secret. Your brain copies your attitude. When you treat mistakes like danger, your brain creates fear. When you treat mistakes like normal learning, your brain stays open. An open brain learns faster. A fearful brain shuts down. In 2026, confident English learners don't wait to feel ready. They allow themselves to be imperfect. They focus on connection, not perfection. They focus on message, not grammar. This mindset changes everything. From now on, tell yourself this. I don't need perfect English to communicate. I need calm energy. This sentence retrains your brain. Over time, speaking becomes easier. Listening becomes clearer. Confidence becomes natural. In the next module, you will learn how to start thinking in English without forcing it or translating in your head. Let's talk about daily routine. Not a heavy schedule. Not long study hours. Just real life. Your brain learns best when English becomes normal. Not special. Not scary. Normal. This module will help you do that. Think about how you use your phone every day. You don't plan it. You don't prepare for it. You just do it. English should feel the same. When English is part of your daily background, your brain stops resisting it. Resistance disappears when something feels familiar. In 2026, smart learners don't ask, "How long should I study English?" They ask, "How often should I hear English?" Frequency is more powerful than intensity. 10 calm minutes every day trains your brain better than 1 stressful hour once a week. Play English when you wake up. Play it while resting. Play it when you don't feel like studying. Your brain is listening even when you are not focused. Sounds become patterns. Patterns become understanding. Understanding becomes confidence. The goal is simple. Make English a daily sound in your life. When English stops feeling special, your brain stops feeling pressure. And when pressure disappears, learning speeds up. In the next module, we will talk about confidence and why confidence comes before speaking, not after. Fast English is not your enemy. Fear is. Many learners believe they must understand every word, every sound, every sentence. That belief creates stress. Stress blocks listening. When English sounds fast, your brain tries to grab everything at once. It fails. Then it panics. In this module, we change that pattern. Imagine listening to English like listening to the ocean. You don't count every wave. You feel the movement. English works the same way. Native speakers don't listen word by word. They listen for meaning. They listen for emotion. They listen for direction. When you try to catch every word, you lose the message. When you relax, the message comes to you. In 2026, strong English listeners don't chase words. They allow words to come. They accept gaps. They stay calm. When your brain feels calm, it processes sound faster. Speed becomes normal. Fast English becomes friendly. This is not talent. This is training. From now on, when English feels fast, tell yourself this simple truth. I am not missing everything. I am catching the idea. This small mindset shift tells your brain there is no danger. No test. No judgment. Just listening. And when listening feels safe, understanding grows naturally. Stay with this feeling. You don't need control. You need comfort. And comfort leads to confidence. In the next module, you will learn how to build an English routine that trains your brain every day without stress or burnout. Take a deep breath. Look at how far you've come in this video. You learned that English is not about talent. It's about training your brain. You learned that calm creates confidence. You learned that daily listening changes everything. In 2026, your English journey is not about perfection. It's about presence. Showing up. Listening. Allowing your brain to adapt. You don't need to force fluency. You don't need to fight fear. You don't need to be ready. You just need to continue. Let English be part of your life. Let it play in the background. Let it grow quietly inside you. One day, you'll realize something powerful. You're not learning English anymore. You're living it. If this podcast helped you feel calmer, more confident, or more hopeful, stay connected with this channel. Make English your daily habit here. Your future self is listening. Thank you for training your brain with me. This is not the end. This is the beginning.